Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillah. So the characteristics of letters. There are two types of characteristics. First of all, a characteristic in the Arabic language is to do with how we say the letter. How. So we know that makharij is articulations, which is where it's pronounced from. Where. Characteristic is what? How it's pronounced. So what's meant by that is those characteristics which, if you change them, it affects the sound of the letter. Okay, for example, the whispering, hams, okay, and apparent, jahr. Whispering means that there is abundant flow of air. For example, ta. Ta is a letter from the letters of hams. Apparent means there is vocal cords running. Okay, so the dal would be apparent. But notice that those two letters are from the same makhraj. Ta and dal are both from the same place, right? So where it's from is the same, but how it's pronounced is different. So whose distortion affects the sound of the letter, like whispering and apparent. That is a characteristic, okay? And like lowering, istifal, and elevation. Lowering meaning no heaviness, and isti'ala meaning that there is heaviness, or right, or the sound is changed. Okay, this doesn't refer to the characteristics which are titles of letters, titles of where letters are from. For example, Shajiri letters are from a certain place in the mouth, and as it says here. Okay, those are not to do with the science of characteristics. Rather, the characteristics are about those characteristics that change how a letter sounds. Okay, now there's two types. The characteristics that have opposites, okay, and characteristics, right, that don't have opposites. Okay, those are two types of characteristics, and the lists are صفاتها جهر ورخ مستفل منفتح مصمتة والضد قل. Okay, look. صفاتها جهر ورخ مستفل. Look, jahr is one of the characteristics. ريخ is one of the characteristics. مستفل is one of the characteristics. منفتح مصمتة والضد is the opposites. So now we're talking about Imam al-Jazari now is here talking about jahr. All of these here are characteristics, and the ضد means opposites, meaning there are 4 characteristics that have opposites to them, and those are here. Apparent and whispered, i.e. jahr is apparent, whispered is hams. Strength, softness, and in between, which is rikhu is softness, okay, and its opposites are strength and in between. We'll get to what they are in a moment. Mustafil is what? Lowering. Okay, and the opposite of that is what? Elevating. Then we have adhesion, like, and opening. Opening is munfatih, opening, and adhesion is the opposite, where it's not open. Okay, and we'll get to what these are. Then there is the 5th one, which he mentions here, which is not to do with tajweed. This is just to do with the science of eloquence, of inflection, and musmatat. Musmatatun means abstention, which is the opposite of idlaq. That is eloquence. Eloquence is idlaq, abstention is musmat. Okay, and we'll get to what all of these are in a moment. So those are the first category of letters, of characteristics, which we said were characteristics with opposites. Then you have the characteristics with no opposites. Okay, that is whistling, okay, qalqala, ease, drifting, repetition, spreading, and expanding, and ghunna. Okay, no. Those are the types of characteristics and the list of them.